What are you doing here? I thought you would be landing at O'Hara by now.
No, I'm not going back to Lake Forest, not yet. Not until I know what's up with Courtney.
Vaughn, you're gonna have to trust me.
To do what, Preston? You've already proven how ineffective you are with her.
Look, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, you do?
Yes?
Then tell me, what happened yesterday with you and Courtney? Well? Yeah, well, I figured as much.
Oh, I was expecting the maid.
I'm sorry, Nancy. We should have called.
No, that's all right. Come on in. Would you like me to order some tea or coffee or something?
No, thank you. We're not going to be staying that long.
Terry, you must be relieved to hear about Dave Phillips. I read about Stacy's confession in the Chronicle. It seems that's all the newspaper people are talking about.
Well, I know Dave appreciates your concern, but that's not why we came.
No, let me get right to the point. You know how we've always felt about Dan Myers.
Listen, please don't start with it again, all right? I don't want to hear the accusations about him. Dan's warned me about this
Nancy,
already.
well, all I meant
No,
was that...
listen, I don't want to go through it. You've already tried to break us up, and it didn't work.
Nancy, please.
No, and it's not going to work this time. So if that's why you've come here, why don't you just march yourselves right out of here and stop hassling me?
Nancy, please listen to me. That's exactly why we came.
What do you mean?
We all know that there's been a problem. A big problem among us. Now, I won't lie to you. I don't like what Dan Myers has been doing to Ben.
Listen, there you go again with all the accusations.
I'm not here to accuse him.
Despite what we may feel about Dan, we want to make it up to you.
Make it up to me?
That's right, for the way we've acted.
You see, I know it may be difficult for you to believe us, but we now realize that you really do love him and that you're determined to spend your life with him.
Well, I still don't understand why you're here.
Well, we're here because we want to establish some sort of new beginning.
Nancy, even though we don't believe that Dan has your best interests, look, what I'm trying to say is, if he really loves you, then we want to try to accept him as your husband.
But why? I mean, what do you want from me?
We aren't being very clear, are we?
No, again, let me get to the
No,
point.
but let me. Nancy, I want you to have your wedding in my home.
Our wedding at your house?
Now, Nancy, I know what you must be thinking.
What is this, some kind of trick or something? I know what Laurie tried to pull.
I know I have to apologize for all of us. We didn't know what was best for you.
Well, what about the lawsuit?
Some things haven't changed, but you are still family.
Nancy, we still don't necessarily understand or agree with what you're doing, especially with your action against Ben, or even in Dan's divorce from his wife.
Well, then why in the world are you doing it?
Because we've only been thinking about ourselves. But now we are really thinking about you, and that is the bottom line.
Nancy, we genuinely want what's best for you.
That's what Laurie told you when she came to visit you, and that's all we're trying to say here.
Look, even though we believe that you're wrong about the lawsuit, we still want you to be happy.
Well, this is all so sudden. We were just planning on going in front of the Justice of the Peace. This is pretty unexpected.
Well, at least consider my offer. I mean, you can talk it over with Dan if you want.
Well, that's not a problem. He wants what's best for me. He'll do whatever I say.
Please?
Well, there's so much to think about.
Nancy, I'll take care of everything. You can have flowers and a beautiful cake.
I don't know.
Nancy, I do want you to be happy. Won't you just give us this last chance to prove it to you? What do you say? Can I start making plans?
Stace? Stacy.
Do I look that bad?
No, you look just fine. I guess it isn't very easy for either one of us to be here like this. And maybe that's why I'm here, to understand more.
It's an assignment for the Chronicle, isn't it, Gene?
Yes.
I knew it wouldn't be a friendly visit.
Stacy, look, I don't like this any more than you do. But we've worked together too long for things to be like this. I should have known that when my governor signed this thing to me, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Let me guess. He threatened to send Kincaid or one of the other sharks, right?
Yes.
So McGovern wants his pound of flesh, too.
Stacy, look. It's not that way at all, at least not with me. Now, I'm here and not Kincaid or someone else who might paint the wrong picture of you. That should count for something, shouldn't it?
Everything's already out in the open. Nothing matters. Nothing matters anymore.
Stacy, do you want to talk about it?
What's there to talk about? Everything came out when Webster...
No, Stacy. I mean in detail. I mean, help me put some of the pieces together.
But why? It doesn't make any difference. I shot him. I thought it was Amber. I've already admitted everything. It was dark, but I saw her fall towards me. And I tore off the gloves. And I left. That's all. So, now you can... And McGovern can go right up what a sicko I am. Isn't that enough?
Wait a minute. What did you say about her falling?
I said that she fell towards me and that I left.
But now, I saw the pictures of the scene. The police outlined the body as falling towards the bedroom, which is the opposite of what you say, because you say that she fell towards you, which and that would be the entrance door.
So what? So cold to talk about her as if she's just another victim. She was my mother.
Stacy, where did you drop the gun?
I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
But how did it get in the parking lot?
I don't know.
Stacy, the police found prints from both of your hands on the panic bar.
So the police made a mistake. Doesn't matter.
But it does matter, Stacy. Can't you see? If you ran downstairs with a gun in your hand, then you would have pushed that door open with one hand or possibly bumped it with your body or something, but you wouldn't have used both hands. And there wasn't any prints on the gun. Explain that.
Gene, you're grasping at straws.
Maybe I am. But now look, if what you're saying is true about the way she fell towards you, and you don't know how the gun got into the parking lot, there are no fingerprints on the gun.
Is this some kind of a game to you? I killed her and I've admitted it. Now just leave it. Just leave
Stacy,
it.
I can't now. Listen. There are too many missing clues here. Now look. I don't know why I feel this way, but story or no story, I'm going to get to the bottom of this and find out exactly what's going on around here.
Well, how was your little chat with Courtney?
I told her about her mother's condition. A very bleak picture at best. I tried to convince her that it would be important for her to reconsider her decision concerning you.
You're not very convincing, Preston.
Well, and then I'm not trying to convince you. But she did feel that I was trying to make her feel guilty enough to marry you.
Oh, yes. To thine own self be true and all that, right?
Well, you may not understand that, but that's a principle that our family has always believed.
Well, but things have changed of late for the Carpenters, haven't they? Well, let's put that aside for the time being. What was her reaction to all of this?
She needed time to think.
time for what? I mean, isn't she concerned about her family's future? Isn't she concerned about her mother's well-being?
She's concerned. She cares very much for her mother. But you cannot make her jump at your beck and call, Vaughn. It just doesn't work like that. It is perfectly natural for a normal young lady to have certain reservations.
You do mean indiscretions, don't you? And speaking of indiscretions, had you a chance to talk with the Davidson kid?
No, but I did see him at Courtney's dormitory.
Great. Okay, well, where do we go from here?
Well, the best thing you can do is to just stay out of her life for the time being.
What, with your bungling around? No, Preston, I'm not taking that chance.
All right, and what do you think that you can do to change her mind?
I can be around Preston, protect her from that stupid kid.
I am getting weary of going over the same ground with you. Vaughn, the only way you can help is let her alone.
Preston, you're out of your head. I'm never going to agree to that.
Will you allow me to host your wedding?
Okay, I will.
Great.
I never thought in my wildest dreams that our wedding would be so perfect. Oh, let's have it just the way you said, Terry. You know, with all the people and the flowers and things. I was really hating the idea of some cold justice of the peace office, but your house would be perfect.
Well, that's great. I'll start to make all the plans now.
Oh, everything's gonna be just perfect. We'll see. And we'll just forget about all the past and all the difficulties. We'll be friends and family again.
I hope so.
Oh, I know that Dan will just love the idea. I mean, he really respects you, Ben. He does. And Lori, too. You know, in spite of what she tried to pull at the restaurant.
Lori only wanted what's best for everybody. And you did give her permission to try and prove Dan was lying.
Oh, that's all right. I know that. But let's just let the past be past, right? I mean, after all, how could the truth hurt, right?
And the truth is all that matters.
I know in time that you two are going to grow to love Dan just as much as I do. In fact, I'm going to call him right now and tell him about our plans, and you will see how wonderful he really is.
I've lived with this too long already, Jean. My life ended when I pulled that trigger, so don't mock me. Don't do what Webster did. There's no hope.
Stacy, I'm not trying to give you false hope. Now, I don't believe that you killed your mother. Can't you understand that? Don't ask me how I feel.
Don't
Quiet.
play games with me, Jean! Go. Just go write your story and tell everyone how crazy I am, but don't go off on stupid tangents trying to humor me.
Stacy, listen. All I'm trying to tell you is...
Just leave! Jean, leave.
You better leave, sir.
Stacy, I'm sorry that you're angry with me.
It is not that. It's just that... Get out.
Stacy, I want you to remember something now. I care about you. All of your friends and family care about you. Don't you forget that.
Oh, Gil. Gil.
Yeah, I know this is last minute, Mrs. Hollaback, but can you do it? Yeah, a wedding cake. Well, it's Friday, but if you can't deliver it, I'll send Pete over to pick it up. You can? Oh, that's a lifesaver. Look, I'd like something sort of like what you did for Ben and Lori's wedding. You know, the same size cake. Same shape, right. Yeah, well, you just use your best judgment in that. Okay, fine. Thank you. Bye-bye. Whew. Well, at least that's done. How's the guest list coming?
I'm almost finished.
Oh, look, why don't you add Alex's name?
That's a good idea. Are you sure about Babs Farley?
Yeah, she told me she could play the wedding march.
You know something? What if old Dan Myers really goes through with this? I mean, what if he really does love her? As hard to believe as that is, or that he, I don't know, maybe feels some sort of pity or obligation for her and actually marries her.
Well, then I guess we just wave goodbye as they leave on their honeymoon. Spent a lot of time wiping hors d'oeuvres off our faces.
And cake. Seriously, Terry. What if Dan Myers goes through with this wedding?
I don't even want to consider that possibility.
Me either.
Okay,
Check
let's see
it
what
out.
you got here.
Who am I forgetting?
Okay, this is good.
Vaughn, I understand how you feel, but to be very blunt, you're not helping the situation.
I don't believe I'm hearing this.
You've got to let her go.
Preston, I've heard that song before. It's boring.
You don't try to understand, do you?
Look, all I know is that if you don't like what I'm doing with your daughter, then you better get used to a different style of living.
Look, you telephoned her, you wrote her, you came down here, you convinced her to go back to Lake Forest for the holidays. Has it helped? No. Has it ever occurred to you that maybe you don't have what it takes to keep Courtney?
Look, I don't have to stand for all of this. There are literally hundreds of women who would take me in a heartbeat.
But not Courtney. Vaughn, why don't you relax and let me handle her? She needs time to think. She's upset that her mother is back at Rose Hill. She's gone to visit her.
What? And you didn't tell me?
Because it wasn't any of your business. She'll be back in a day or two.
Maybe. But maybe I can get her to stay in Lake Forest.
Vaughn, this is no time to pressure her.
Wrong, Preston. This is exactly the time to pressure her. I'm catching a flight this afternoon.
For all of our sakes, I hope you miss her.
You see, it was while I was with Stacy this morning that I suddenly realized that everything just doesn't fit together. You understand what I mean?
No.
Well, Stacy swears that when she fired the gun, she remembers the body falling head first towards her, towards the insurance store.
Uh-huh. So what?
But John, your people say that the body was in the other direction, towards the bedroom.
Gene, you've been around these kind of things before, okay? Now, maybe after she was shot, she started crawling towards the bedroom. Maybe she lived 5, 10, maybe 30 seconds, just long enough to get herself over there.
Wait, listen to me, John.
No, you listen to me. Now, Stacy Phillips testified under oath that she was severely confused the night she shot her mother. Now, Kate may have been doing cartwheels across the room after she was shot. Stacy probably wouldn't even notice it.
Are you finished?
All right, fine. It was a cheap shot. I got a lot of stuff to do here, so let's get on with it,
All right,
okay?
then let's get on with it. The county coroner reported that Kate died instantly, John. Instantly. You know and I know you don't go crawling around on the floor with a bullet hole through your heart.
All right, keep
And
talking.
how could Stacy, who's probably never fired a gun before in her life, shoot Kate right in the heart? I mean, it was a professional hit.
Or maybe a lucky shot. She's already she's confessed to it already, all
And
right?
listen, she doesn't even remember how the gun got into the parking lot. Explain that. If she had the gun in her hand when she ran out of the apartment, then explain to me how her fingerprints got on that panic bar, from both hands. And there aren't any prints on the gun,
Would
John.
you please just get off my back, all right? This sounds like a conspiracy. The next thing you're going to tell me is that Vince Cardello's ghost is involved in this.
Okay, maybe there isn't anything to it. But, John, I have to keep searching, man. Don't you understand that?
Theories. That's all you got is theories.
But there has to be more. And you can help me. I want to take a look at your files.
Now, you know I can't do that. That's against police procedure. It's a closed case.
But, John, what if I'm right? Come on, John. Just this one time.
Gene, I want you to have a real good look, 'cause it's the only one you're going to get.
Good. And you will not regret this at all because I know my gut instincts are going to be right.
Gut instincts, huh? Everybody wants to be Dick Tracy around here. You know, you're forgetting just one teeny tiny little thing.
And what is that?
Stacy fired one shot, right?
Yeah, what?
What if, and I emphasize that word if, there was some second murder fired off another round? Where's the shell? For that matter, where's the slug? The coroner only found one slug. Gut instincts, huh?
Wait a minute. I don't think that I can, Look, maybe, just at another time.
I'm sorry, miss, your visitor decided to leave.